He does.
I know. He just
And
knows
it
how to
looks like we're in the
bring it.
pre-show.
Yeah. So get everything set up here.
Yes, we got the countdown timer. About 7.5 minutes till we're rocking and rolling tonight on Silver Pros.
This is going to be a fun night tonight. We got a lot in store, man.
And we
It's going to be
got,
hard to keep it to an hour. It really is.
I know, but I have faith in us. Let's see. 33 people watching already. Nice. Let's see who's here. We got Lowrider, Daniel, welcome. Marco, Silver King Stacking. Josh is here. Yeah, this is going to be a good night. And I'm actually really interested to hear because I think people know that we have Jake coming on.
Yes.
And we're
He's
going
come
to,
on a few times.
this will be his
It's always
third
fun.
time.
Hmm.
So it'll be very nice. Oh, Silver Oceans, welcome. Dragon Legion Recruit. I don't think I have the alerts turned on, but that's okay.
Probably good. Probably good.
Maybe I do have them turned on. I don't know.
We're going to be talking about some provocative stuff tonight, man.
We are really, and that's what I was gonna say is I'm really interested to hear some of his responses to these questions because I know there are tons of people out there that are wondering what is the deal with my premiums, my premiums. Am I right?
Before the show, we gave him a dose of silver truth serum too. So he is obligated to tell us all the inside scoop here, the
That's
nitty gritty, the stuff that
true.
we really want to ask, but a normal silver dealer would be afraid to answer, but not Jake.
So this is like insider information.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Absolutely.
like the stuff that the other bullion dealers won't tell you.
That's what I mean. That's really what I love about Jake, among other things, is his frankness. He'll
Yeah.
just tell us like it is. He's not going to hide stuff and just, blow smoke here. It's really going to be the real deal. So I really appreciate that. It's nice to know the dealer behind the online bullion company that you're dealing with.
And I want to shout out Lisa Hawkins here. She says, thank you to all who have served in the military and to the families who have held it all together while their loved one was on assignment with gratitude. Yes, big thanks to all the veterans. Happy Veterans Day. We appreciate all of you.
Yes. Happy Veterans Day. It's great.
Yes, I remember, I was just going to say, when I was a kid, I volunteered at the Veteran Wheelchair Olympics. And oh man, I had so much fun. But the archery, one of the guys actually split an arrow on the bullseye. I was very
Oh
impressed.
my goodness.
Yeah, he's straight up Robin Hood.
So we have a phenomenal giveaway coming up tonight too. I hope people realize just how special this piece of silver is.
The
It's gonna be
yes,
great.
Germania Knights of Malta, and I think people maybe don't realize this is a coin. So Germania has been doing rounds for what the last 2 years probably, right? I think
Yep.
2019 they started making stuff. Well, I guess that would be 3 years. Wow,
Time flies, dude.
wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, 2019 was that not their first year? Someone in the chat.
2019. But those were rounds, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They've been making rounds. They made like 100 different rounds now, but this is their first coin because it's a little collab with Malta, which I know that's somewhere over there in like Europe area, but I don't know.
The central bank of Malta worked with Germania to come out with these beautiful coins.
Right.
There's only 15,000 of them.
So low mintage, and we're giving one away for free.
Free.
So thanks to
Beautiful
Hero
too.
Bullion. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like the obverse or the reverse better?
I'm gonna say I like the well, it depends on which is the obverse or reverse. I think the crest is the obverse, is it not? And the reverse is the knights. Am I wrong?
I thought it was the other way around.
Let me
don't know.
look.
Yeah, let's find
Yeah.
out. But oh man, I love the shield. It's really cool. Whatever
Yeah.
that is.
What does it say here?
Jake will probably know. He's probably like, oh, guys,
The
come on,
obverse
man.
is the knights. Okay, obverse detailed depiction of the knights.
Yep.
Reverse is the coat of arms. I
Right.
like the obverse. I just wish there was a dragon flying above the
Oh,
castle.
jeez.
Come on, you know that would be awesome.
That would be lit. No, but I like
They
the reverse.
they did the Fafnir dragon. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's true.
And those are going for like $1,000. The purple ones.
All right, we got 77 people in here. Don't forget to smash the like for Silver Dragons. We're going to be starting in just a couple minutes. We have a wonderful night in store with you. We're going to have Jake on from Hero Bullion. He's going to answer our questions we always want to ask. And at the end, too, after we've had a little discussion with him, we might open it up for questions in the chat. We'll see.
Yeah, we got to open it up to questions in the chat. Yeah. So that you guys can actually talk to a bullion dealer directly, and that's a pretty rare opportunity. So I mean, that's definitely worth sticking around for. All right.
Let's see.
And the other thing too, I was gonna say, premiums. My premiums. What is up with premiums, Yankee?
We're gonna start. We're gonna get into some deep technical discussions with Jake, but I'm gonna start it off pretty simple, man. I want to start a good baseline for the newbies, the new stackers out there, right?
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to throw too many technical stuff right off the bat, but we'll get into good things with him.
But we're gonna ask him some very pointed questions. I mean, we're gonna kind of dig deep a little bit on why do they charge what they charge? I mean, you know what I mean? This is what we want to know.
Yeah. What? Yeah, we've got some really great questions lined up. This is going to be good.
And then we got the giveaway. We got the Q&A to everyone. I mean, this is going to be a night right here.
Yes. And are we going to give away a sticker or only for the winner of the silver? What do you think? It's up to you, man.
We gave away three stickers last week. Maybe just one with the coin this week, huh?
Okay. We'll take okay. That's fine.
If we give away too many stickers, then they're not worth anything, right? Everyone's got a sticker.
These are rare. Only winners get these stickers.
How many stickers do you have?
Winner.
100?
I don't know. I'm running low, man. I literally, I'm the one giving them away, right? No.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Hey, we got 106 in here. Again, we got 10 seconds before we start this thing. Hit the like button. Smash it good.
All right, we're live, baby. So welcome everyone to Silver Pros, and this is going to be a really fun night. We're going to have an awesome discussion with Jake Haugen from Hero Bullion. So if you're just showing up, thank you so much. I'm Silver Dragons, and Yankee's here too. What's up, Yankee?
How you doing, man?
Awesome. And we got a giveaway, don't we?
Oh, we've got an incredible giveaway, man. This thing is beautiful. I love it.
Let's see here. Where's the giveaway? Oh, hold up. Hold up. No, this is why we start early, work out all the kinks. I will show you guys the coin for sure. But just so you know what it is, let me explain. It's the 2021 1-ounce Germania Knights of Malta silver coin. And Hero Bullion is giving one away for free. It'll be towards the end of the stream, so you're going to want to hang out for that for sure. And yeah, I'll show it off right before the giveaway. If you guys want a little teaser, you could Google it or something, but it's amazing. It's got knights on it. It's beautiful. You're going to want to stick around for it.
And I like the reverse. Mm-hmm. and SD likes the obverse. So we're both sides are absolutely gorgeous.
It's a beautiful silver coin. It's the first silver coin that has come out of Britannia. And so that'll be awesome. But the real cool thing about tonight is we're going to have a live Q&A here with Jake after we have our discussion. So you're not going to want to miss that. If you have any questions and you're putting them in the chat, we probably won't get to them during this first segment here. So save your questions because you'll be able to ask them directly to the owner of a bullion company. Anything else I forgot, Yankee?
Let me see. Don't go away. We might be ignoring the chat for a few minutes while we ask our questions of Jake, but hold them to the end because then we'll re-engage with you guys and do the giveaway. So don't go anywhere. All right.
Awesome possum. Are we ready to get kicked off?
Bring it.
Okay. Let me do the intro here. Again, giveaway will be coming up. Live Q&A coming up. So 135 people in the house. Definitely stick around for that. All right. Here we go. Welcome to Silver Pros. I'm your host, Silver Dragons, and I'm joined by my awesome co-host. He's very wise, knowledgeable. It's Yankee Stacking. How are you doing, Yankee?
What's up, Dragons? Great to be here with you.
Awesome. Yes, it's going to be a wonderful night because we are also joined by a special guest. It's the founder and CEO of Hero Bullion. His name is Jake Haugen. Let me get him pulled up here. And let's see here. We'll get him pinned so he's nice and front and center there. How's it going, Jake?
Hey, man. We're doing great. How about you?
Awesome. We're so excited to have you on. We're talking about premiums. Are you excited for this, Yankee?
Oh, I am. We're going to be asking you some tough questions, Jake. We really are, man.
Let's talk about silver.
Oh,
let's
yes.
talk about premiums.
Okay, bring it closer. Bring that bar closer. I want to see that.
Oh, that is nice.
Luscious.
There, we get it. Not so much reflection.
There we go.
One of my favorites. We talked about it last time.
Yes, we did. Yes. And you also talked about Canadian maple leafs too last time. And they've been, ooh, man, I bought some too. That was a great tip that you gave us last time. But all right, let's talk about premiums. I'm going to start it pretty basic with you, man. Why do precious metals even have a premium? Why can't we just buy precious metals at spot?
Well, the short answer to that is I don't think that you are willing to go into the hills and dig it out of the ground. That's the number one answer to that. The silver at spot is a rare thing for the retail public or stackers and consumers to be able to find. We have had a number of people ask us about the elusive silver at spot deals that used to be around in the market, and they have disappeared. They've obviously disappeared because premiums have gone sky high. The reason you can't buy silver at spot is because there's a lot of labor that goes into these silver products to get them in your hands. And that's anything from refining, getting all of the slag and impurities out of the silver, to physically delivering it on the logistics side, delivering it to a mint, to a production facility. And then the labor that mint puts into the product needs to, increases the premium over spot. And then of course there's other, there's more transportation as it goes further on the supply chain, whether it be to the wholesaler or to the retailer, and then of course to you. So, on the bulk side, if we get pallets of silver in, we can generally transport silver for about 2 cents an ounce. Now, if you're buying 5 ounces of silver from a retailer, the cost per ounce just to get that to you can be north of $1.
Wow. So
do you think supply and demand though factor in? If the demand for this stuff is going up, is that maybe a reason why we can't get it at spot too?
Yeah, absolutely. Demand is incredibly high right now. When it comes to premiums over spot, you have to look at the retail public as a demand aggregator, right, and a liquidity provider for these dealers. And so, if a dealer has a glut of inventory, let's say, they'd be much more willing, because their interest is turning this inventory over at getting it into your hands at a cheaper price. In the instance that we're in right now, or the scenario that we're in right now, we're seeing a lot of times we don't know when our next shipment is coming in. So the inventory that's there is all that we potentially have to sell for a bit.
So here's my question. How do you determine how much of a premium to charge? Because, obviously you got to buy it from the wholesaler. You get it at one price. How do you determine, okay, this is going to keep the lights on here, this is going to keep our business going? What's the final say there?
Yeah, so that's a really good question, and there are a lot of layers to it. But if we start with the thought that the market is never wrong, I think that's a really good place to start. Okay, so for instance, let's say I have an awesome trader in here who's able to secure products at an incredibly cheap price. If we then go to our website and let's say we offered them to the retail public at a price lower than some dealers are getting it for on the wholesale level, they would completely wipe us out. Okay. And so what you're going to find in the bullion industry, this is a incredibly competitive industry. People work very hard to get products in your hands for the best price possible, because you know that a lot of times that is the deciding factor. It's the price, it's the efficiency, the speed with which we can get it in your hands. And so um, if we price ourselves too low for the market, what we're going to find is that our competitors do come in and pick us off. I mean, it's kind of a known thing. It's if you've been in this business long enough, you know that you've underpriced something because one of your competitors, you'll see a name from someone you recognize, has come in and bought a bunch of your inventory. Now on the flip side, if you're priced too high, what you're going to do is just be a dust collector. This stuff's going to sit on your shelf. It's not going to go out the door. And so we all watch each other very, very closely. We all know who each other are. We all look at and compare ourselves to others. And there's a lot of context that's necessary in bullion. So for instance, some dealers may look at live inventory and say, okay, this live inventory, because I have it and no one else does, it's worth more. Whereas people selling delayed inventory may be able to sell it cheaper because they know that it's gonna be 2, 3, 4 weeks before they can deliver it to somebody.
I see. So you guys are watching each other pretty closely, but depending
Absolutely.
on a lot of factors, it could see. My question is, why are the the online bullion dealers having different premiums on sometimes the same product?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, a lot of that can depend on if we're talking apples to apples. Let's say
Yeah,
it's
apples to
silver.
apples.
It's a silver eagle
Right.
that is a live product that we're going to ship. Okay, so
Mhm.
right now I would say that there's a bit of disparity in silver eagles. We just sold out of silver eagles today. We have more coming in, but maybe we were priced a little bit too cheap, and that's why we sold out really fast. What you're going to see is a lot of the pricing is just based on the available information. In other words, I'll give you a perfect example. Authorized purchasers are the distribution network that's been chosen by the United States Mint to issue their bullion silver eagles out, and that's a pretty selective group, right? So
Mhm.
these authorized purchasers are generally used to every single week getting an allocation of silver eagles. We know that through the end of the year, and this is just based on conversations that I've had with authorized purchasers. They are getting less than half of what they're asking for, and they're only getting it every other week. Okay, so what that means is essentially the distribution network is getting less than a quarter of what they're asking for. So
Mm.
when you do that math and you think about how fast silver eagles are turning them, it's a perfect recipe, especially paired with crazy demand for the premiums to go way up, right? And so like right now, I said today we sold out of silver eagles. We have another batch coming in, but we're going to have a little bit of a gap here, so we're probably going to have to pre-sale, which I think we talked about before. It's not my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do, but it's kind of where we're stuck with right now.
So, talking about some different options here, what would you say typically has the highest premium that you guys sell, and what items typically have the lowest premium? Because I know a lot of people, when they're stacking, they just want to buy some low premium silver, low premium gold. So, looking at it that way, in general, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, historically, the lowest premium products out there are the products that are issued by private mints. That would be things like a kilo silver bar. This is not made by a government. Okay, it's not a sovereign product. It's made by a privately owned mint, and there are a number of those around the United States that make these privately minted bars generally, and you will see rounds made by private mints. You're gonna as you move from privately minted bars and rounds to coins. Coins are issued by sovereign mints, and those mints require a higher premium. It's just kind of how the market is laid out on silver bullion products specifically, right?
Right.
And then and that would be things like your silver Britannias, which I love, the silver maples, which you guys know I love. Other products, silver eagles, of course. Those are all the sovereign products. And now you go, if you want to go a next step up for premium, you want to talk about stuff like, kind of collectible things. Okay, we have here a 2-ounce Germania. This is a 2-ounce Germania, and when you buy this product, you're buying the packaging, the certification. This one's individually serialized. It's a limited mintage item, so those are going to be the much higher premium products versus something like a 10-ounce bar, let's say, right?
And then what about for gold? If people want to be stacking gold, what's going to be the lowest and the highest premium there?
Lowest premium is, again, it's going to be the bars. It's going to be the privately minted bars. There are those are going to be names like Credit Suisse, Valcambi. Valcambi has been incredibly popular because they offer a good value to people, and a step up from bars. Let's say a 1-ounce bar or a 10-ounce gold bar. I know that's out of a lot of people's price range, but let's say a 1-ounce gold bar is going to be at a premium of, let's say, $60, where you move up from there to a gold maple, and that's going to be in the neighborhood of $80, and a gold eagle is going to be in the neighborhood of $100 over spot, right? And so you can kind of follow that up the ladder. Now, I know you guys have produced quite a bit of content on fractional gold. So another kind of rule of thumb is, as the piece gets smaller, the premium goes up, right? And that's just a function of the fact that they don't save a whole lot of money by stamping a 10th-ounce gold coin versus a 1-ounce gold coin. They still have to make a coin. They have to make an edge. They have to make a die. They have to go through all of those processes. And that cost is distributed over a smaller piece of gold. That's why you see the higher premiums.
Back to silver, when you mentioned fractional too, those are also very expensive, right? When you look at fractional silver.
Yep. Fractional silver is the same spot.
Not constitutional silver, but actual, different fractional, pieces, whether there be government minted silver bullion or whatnot. Those are really expensive.
Yeah. Yep, they can be. We just got a group of the Aztec fractionals that were just released by Golden State Mint, and those carry a incredibly high premium wholesale. More so than the constitutional silver that you have in front of you there, Yankee. Right. Even though we're seeing the constitutional silver at some historic highs right now, it still is a better value ounce for ounce than the fractional silver. Now, that stuff, it's dirty. It's math is a little bit harder on constitutional silver.
It's earned its dirt, right?
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is they're not making any more of it, right? So there's a limited amount, and the only way you guys can get more is if someone sells, correct?
Yeah, right. And when we talk about premiums on the wholesale side are, still north of $5.50. I would say, $5.25 is what we're paying wholesale. So you're seeing those at $6.50 retail in quantity. I remember the days back when I was young. I actually have a picture of me laying on about 40 or 50 bags of 90 that are spread out on a floor. And those are all bags that were sent to the refinery. We cooked those bags. Wow. Bags of 90. I probably have been involved with the melting of, or known groups of 90 that are going to be cooked hundreds of bags.
No, don't cook my 90. All right. So you mentioned you've been doing this for a while, right? Yeah. So I got to ask you, when have you seen the premiums, at their all-time high and at their all-time low?
Yeah. We, the all-time low, the last resort for all of this kind of stuff is what we just talked about. It's the refinery, right? And so if premiums get too low on this stuff, it just gets melted down and made into something else. Whether it's used for industrial purposes or made into bars and rounds, again, something newer, something fresher that's going to sell. There have been some periods of really low premiums. During, I would say 2016, 2017, premiums were very, very aggressive. I think back in 2016, 2017, the U.S. Mint would issue their Silver Eagles to their authorized purchasers for $2. The authorized purchaser's responsibility is to get that silver from the U.S. Mint to their facility, the authorized purchaser's facility. And you have to figure that that's going to cost them 2, maybe 3 cents an ounce. So let's say the authorized purchaser is in a Silver Eagle at $2.03. I've bought Silver Eagles for $2.08 before. So that's an incredibly tight spread.
Wow.
I wish we were there again, but that's probably about the cheapest you're going to see Silver Eagles. Now the highest, I mean, we had wholesale as the type 1s this year. The type 1 Silver Eagles this year were trading north of $11 wholesale. And that was before the type 2s came out. So you saw type 2s on pre-sale for a little bit cheaper, but live Silver Eagles, north of $10, $11. I mean, that's about as historic as I've seen. But the demand is there. Some people are super committed to Silver Eagles.
Yeah,
that's all they want. Yeah.
So my question is, where do you see premiums going from here? I mean, you said they've been very high recently. Do you think they're going to keep going up? Do you think they're going to stabilize? And then also, is there a certain season where the premiums would be lower, like the spring or summer, or does none of that matter? It's just based on supply and demand?
Well, good question.
Okay. All right. There's a couple layers to that question. And so where I like to start is the fundamental thing. If there's one piece of advice that I could give you to help you understand what's going to happen or be able to predict in a way what's going to happen with premium, is everything in this industry on the silver side keys off of Silver Eagles. If you see Silver Eagle premiums starting to go up, you know that everything is going to follow, and so your window of opportunity is kind of slim, and it's getting slimmer as the information turns faster within our market. That window from Silver Eagles, let's say Silver Eagles in the last 2 weeks, I think they've gone up $2 in premium, right? As soon as you see Silver Eagles, at a few different sites, you see those premiums coming up, it's time to move if you're thinking about buying, right? Because shortly after that, the constitutional silver there, Yankee, the premium on that is going to go up. The silver maple premiums are going to go up. The private 10-ounce bars on 1 ounce and 1 ounce rounds, those are all going to go up and potentially go away. They're all going to be absorbed by the market. And so we talked about it last time, SD, what's going on with premiums. I said back then, I think it was about 6 weeks ago we were on. I said premiums are going to come higher, and you know what? They're here. Higher premiums are here.
You called it.
Yeah, where I see them going, the only thing that's going to really provide relief, and again, we're going to talk Silver Eagles because that's what the market keys off of, is how many people are willing to buy the pre-sale 2022 Silver Eagles. We are not selling the 2022 Silver Eagles yet. I still think it's too far out. I'm not comfortable with selling them as far out as some others are. We will probably start selling them right around Thanksgiving. Probably the week of Thanksgiving. But if some of the pressure that demand that's built up in the market gets absorbed by the pre-sale of the Type 2 Silver Eagles, I think that would provide a little bit of relief. But you're still going to have this underlying current that live Silver Eagles are going to be few and far between, simply because the authorized purchasers are not getting what they're asking for. And the authorized purchasers, these are a lot of rock solid, phenomenally run companies, and they have a lot of smart people working there. So if they can't find Silver Eagles, if they can't source Silver Eagles from each other, and obviously they're not getting as many as they need from the U.S. Mint, they have no other choice than to raise the premium because they don't know what's coming behind it and what else they're going to sell. They know that silver maples are going to be selling shortly after that. So again, the one piece of advice, watch Silver Eagle premiums. It's not going to be alleviated on live product before the end of the year. It's going to be before the end of January before we see premiums relax a bit, and it would probably go into February because demand is already being sold forward. Now, when is the best time for lowest premiums to buy Silver Eagles? I would say historically, summer is when the doldrums are here. Now, are we living in standard times?
No.
Are we living in normal times? Throw that all out the window. It does not matter right now. But in my experience, June and July are generally slow just because there's that whole competition for time. People are taking vacations. They're spending more time outdoors. They're not cooped up, in front of a computer buying bullion, at some online retailer, or maybe they're not going to their local coin shop to buy. And so that's generally the best time. But like I said, throw that all out the window until some of this settles. I mean, we have more inflation news, guys. We talked about inflation last time. It's even worse than last time. And I told you inflation is going to drive new buyers into this market, and that's exactly what's happening. I talked to a lot of new people that want to buy bullion, and they're very concerned about inflation. They're concerned about, people are starting getting nervous about like food security, things that we as Americans are not used to having to confront. People are very concerned about it.
So, Jake, do you think that widespread spot deals that we loved years ago are ever coming back?
Yes, I'm a firm believer. Yes. I believe. I think we'll get there. Guys, I don't know when that's going to be. I hope that we're one of the first that are able to offer that. It's just, I don't know. I feel like if it's limited to 5 ounces, it's something. It's a way for dealers to give back and to show, hey, I mean, what all these dealers, when they offer the spot price deals, they're trying to show that they can deliver for you. They're trying to show that you can trust them. They want you to experience. And for me, holding silver in your hands, it's kind of an emotional experience, especially if you get a piece that you've been looking for, or I don't know, just, if you were on a hunt and you were able to find silver at a great price, getting it in your hands, it's an emotional thing. It creates that little connection. And I love it. I love silver. And that's my goal here. I'm trying to help as many people as we can get silver in their hands, protect themselves. I'm a big believer in it. And the times that we've talked about, we've been talking for decades about bullion as a hedge against inflation, right? I mean, we've heard it over and over and over again. And like, now is the time for silver to prove itself. Now is the time for gold to prove itself, guys. And so it's an exciting time, even though there's a lot of terrible things going on in the world. It's an exciting time for a lot of stackers to kind of be validated. Like, look, the fundamentals have not changed. We're printing more and more money. You can't make more constitutional silver. It's hard to get silver out of the ground, guys. So this is some interesting times. Don't fall asleep right now.
Awesome. And, that was awesome having you on, Jake. We really appreciate the time. And we'll see you all on next time on Silver Pros.
Stack like a pro.
All right. And for everyone here live, 231 people, we want to know your questions because we're going to do live Q&A here with Jake.
I know. We got a great turnout tonight, guys. 231. That's great. Yeah, I told them in the chat to get their questions ready for you.
All right. Well, if you can pick any out.
Here's one that we had last week, Jake, that we need to get answered, and it was the shipping. And you have to remind me the state, Yankee.
It was Minnesota. It was Minnesota. Yeah. This is something I promised. I got emails saying, when you have Jake on, you've got to ask him this question. I promised I would.
Yeah. We get emails about it all the time too. It's Minnesota, man. The backstory of Minnesota is that there were some less than pure shops operating out of Minnesota and taking advantage of people. And so the legislature responded and made it kind of a restrictive thing to get bullion in people from Minnesota's hands. And so on our side, it's in our queue for development. We have to do some special development. So I'll give you an example. When we sell a ticket when we sell an order to Minnesota, we are required to provide the information to the consumer. I'm spacing right now.
That's okay.
A lot of steps.
Their trade organization there. We have to provide that. So we have to do the computer work to make sure when someone orders from Minnesota, it prints out on the slip. I know that sounds like a silly thing. That's just one of the things that we have to do. I've sold bullion to Minnesota for years and years. And so once you get it set up, it's not a hard thing. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I love Minnesota. and so we're going to be selling there. It's in the queue, but we have some other important projects that we have to get taken care of as well, that are in queue ahead of that. One of those, is shipping. We've been working on a shipping, updating our shipping platform and inventory management and whatnot. And so that's very important in this business, to be able to essentially be able to look in your computer and say, how many of product X should I have on the shelf? Your system tells you that in real time, even though you have product here, and there getting shipped and in queue to be shipped and all that kind of stuff. So we're investing in that. That's an important thing for us to do. So it's in the queue.
All right.
I saw Samafar in the chat said she just placed an order with you guys while we were talking. She said
that is
prices are good. She
awesome.
knows you'll ship fast.
I saw on the live an order from Samafar come in a month ago.
Cool.
And so I was glad it was for some pre-sale items. I was glad that it came, that the stuff came in early. So.
Oh, good. Another question here. I'll get to yours, Tommy, but first I want to ask Lowrider says, can we look forward to any Black Friday deals? You can have anything going on?
Yeah. Yep. I'm not going to tell you what they are.
Come on.
This is the live stream to break it, Jake.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll tell you, we just had a meeting yesterday morning about the Black Friday deals, and so the plan is to gather together before the end of the week and get that all ironed out. It is. I'm going to be totally transparent. It's a tough thing right now, because we could have 10,000 of something to sell that we're willing to do a smoking deal on, and by the time Black Friday's here, they're gone and we don't have any to back it up.
Right.
So that's we're setting inventory aside. It takes a commitment on our side. So.
He's just worrying us, because he knows all the other bullion dealers watch our show, so he's like doesn't want to tip his hand.
Right.
I'm kidding.
Now,
do they really? Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing good. Hey, you know what? I'm a big fan of some of the other bullion dealers. There are some awesome companies in our industry. This is a very tight knit, kind of close industry. I know most of these guys. I've talked to them, either face to face or on the phone. There's a lot of just awesome guys. I wish that we got along better, maybe, let's say, or just talked more frequently. But maybe we'll get there. There's a lot of good companies, guys.
Do you have another question? I have one.
There was one here from Tommy I wanted to ask real quick.
Okay, go.
Tommy says, when I sell an ounce gold bar, a 1 ounce gold bar, should I expect to sell it for over, under, or at spot? What should they expect?
Okay. It depends on convenience. If you're walking into a pawn shop and you want to sell it, that's like the bottom dollar that you should probably expect. And they might want to pay $10 or $20 below spot for it in a pawn shop. You go to, if you're willing to mail it to, a national coin dealer, odds are you could get spot or a little bit above spot. And so, yeah, I would say it depends how much work you're willing to put into it. If it's a convenience thing for you, and and you don't have to, let's say, ship something out and pay for insurance and shipping and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of times that's easier, especially because you get your money right then if you go to a pawn shop or a coin store. I used to frequent those a lot when I was younger. I don't now because I don't need to, but you guys, SD and Yankee, I know Yankee, especially, you have a great relationship with your local coin dealer. I recommend everyone, if you're serious about this, there's a few different things you can do to provide yourself an opportunity for success when it comes to stacking and kind of get the inside track. And that's to do exactly what Yankee does and have that great relationship with his local coin dealer. So go out and do that. Meet that person. If they're not a good personality fit for you, find someone else. Just put a little effort into it, right? But it is
convenient. Sometimes a lot of people can't do that. They're either shut-ins. They live in an area that they can't get to a local coin shop. Right. They don't trust the coin shop. There's a lot of reasons why people have said to me, "Yeah, you have a great deal there, Yankee, but I need an online bullion dealer that I can trust." Yeah. That's Hero Bullion. That's Jake. Thanks, all right, man. I got a question and a suggestion. So Mike O'Brien says, will Hero get any more 2021 1 ounce silver Britannias?
We got offered some that we turned down because the 2022s, we had a lot of cash committed to 2022s. I told you guys earlier that I felt like I overbought on the 2022 Silver Britannias, and we still sold out. So we have another batch coming in, and I thought, okay, we're going to be good. We're going to be good through Thanksgiving, and they went away incredibly fast. We committed to a big number of the 2022s. I think I can get 2021s again. So if there's demand out there, I mean, yeah, let me try to get some. I'll try and get some.
Okay, here's Clue to Your Monk's idea. Do a 2-hour spot promo for the viewers, new members. Yeah,
Yankee,
do it. Come on, Jake.
You know we're gonna get
what product would that be? I'm trying to think. I would have to think. How much?
Jake's
how
like put on the spot. We love doing this to you, bud.
Yeah.
How much money am I willing to lose on this deal?
I know.
Here's a logistical question from Brian.
Okay.
He says, "Will Hero Bullion accept crypto at some point?"
That's
Is that
a
in the
good
works?
question. Yes, that's in our plans. Part of this, years ago when I went through this, I don't know if people are familiar. I've sold over $1 billion online in precious metals, and banking. I had a conversation about this earlier today. Banking is incredibly important in our industry, and so we don't want to do anything that's going to upset our bank or that our bank wouldn't be comfortable with. One of those things years ago was crypto. In my former life in Bullion, we had to actually bank with a separate bank just to be able to accept crypto. We've received blessing from our current bank to start accepting crypto, and so that is in our development queue to accept crypto. I'm super excited about it. I will tell you a little bit of I own crypto myself. I do think it's the future of money. I think it's the layer of information and the layer of value that's going to be laid over the internet. I think there are some incredible applications in crypto, but I think it was, and I'm on different platforms, and one of the platforms last week was having login issues. I could not log in and see. And if you guys are like crypto aficionados, drop it in the chat of which one you know. I think there were a few exchanges that had issues. And that the light bulb, I mean, obviously I live, eat, and breathe Bullion, but that's the thought that immediately came to me. Bullion doesn't need the exchange. Like I can access my Bullion without electricity, right? You might need a battery for your safe, your combo on your safe if you go with that. But really, you can access your Bullion without electricity, without internet, and so that's a huge advantage of having this physical product here.
So there's like 1,000 questions in here, and I'm trying to, guys. I promise,
You're not going to ask Ray Bars, right?
Go ahead. Let's do that one, Yankee.
I don't know.
What is
you don't have to answer this. Who's the worst bullion dealer that we shouldn't buy from?
Oh my gosh, who's the no? The worst bullion dealer is the fake websites that are selling you that crap from China that's not even real.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? Am I right, Jake?
You don't have to answer that.
Is that the worst?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're terrible for you as stackers. They're terrible for us as dealers because they can kind of blemish what the good things that we have going on. I tried for a while advertising, trying to get new customers on Facebook, and the comments were constantly, fakes from China, because that's what people on Facebook are used to seeing, and maybe they've never heard of Hero Bullion, and so they're assuming right away that we sell fakes from China or something like that, and so it's like, well, we're shutting off Facebook marketing, right?
Right.
It's not worth it. We need to get Hero Bullion in front of people in different ways like this.
Well, Jake, that was the topic of our last Silver Pros.
That's right.
Last week we talked about how not to get scammed, ripped off by those types of websites. So if you haven't checked that out, guys, watch that video on my channel.
Here,
you can learn some stuff.
You have to watch Yankee's channel. You got to watch all his videos, and we are going to have the next Silver Pros on his channel, so you need to subscribe to him. But real quick, here's a premium-related question: Is 4.9s fine worth higher premium than 3.9s fine or 90%? Does it matter?
When it boils down to it, no.
All right.
You guys know I'm a huge fan of the maple. We are starting to see more and more silver be minted 4.9s pure. Okay, Germania stuff. I told you guys I love Germania. 4.9 silver, right? There it is. 4.9 silver. Is it worth an appreciable amount more than this 10-ounce bar that's, per ounce, that's 3 9s pure? No, I mean, 4 9s is just great. It's, I mean, can you see the difference between 3 9s and 4 9s? No, you can't. It's not worth it. It's a matter of personal preference.
What I always say is you probably can't see it, but you might be able to taste it if you're making your own colloidal silver.
All right, Yankee, time to taste that Constitutional.
Didn't they used to drop a Morgan
eat your
dollar?
Silver.
They used to drop a Morgan dollar in the water to keep it clean back in the
Oh dear, you guys.
back in the day. Okay, and what do we got next on questions?
Cooper Kendall. I think he's wishing. This is more of it's a question, but it's also a wish. I think. Do you see silver going below $20 within the next year?
I wish.
On the last show, I said premiums were going up, but I think we're going to experience a liquidity event that's going to drive silver lower. I mean, obviously we haven't experienced a liquidity event. I mean, and that's why I sell bullion instead of speculate on the spot price of silver.
Right.
I think we could, but the real driver is right now is inflation. And when I say driver, I mean it's a driver of demand from consumers. It's also a driver of the big money moving. The big money is moving, out of the dollar and into things like gold and silver, and so that's driving the price up on gold and silver. So as long as inflation's here, other than a blip here or there, I don't think it's really going to happen. Now,
your call on liquidity though is a good one. We talked about that last time, and I think it's definitely likely. But the question is, if there is a steep pullback, it's from what though? Where will we be when that happens with silver? What will that price be? Is it going to be over 30 and then pull back to 28?
Well, and certainly premiums would shoot up.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's the point we made last time.
Yep.
So, I think it's a good thing to ask yourself as a silver stacker, like, what's my downside risk? If silver went to $12, what do you think your ounce of silver would be tradable for? Do you honestly think that you're going to be okay letting it go for $12? And if you're not going to be okay letting it go for $12, who else is? Who else is going to be selling their silver for $12 an ounce if spot goes to $12 an ounce, right, guys?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Unless you need liquidity as a stacker and you're kind of forced to sell. In other words, you have some kind of life event, a medical emergency, or some other thing requiring you to cash out. Unless that's driving you, no one's going to be selling the silver for $12, guys. That's just not going to happen.
Get a hero bullying question for you real quick, Jake. Fear the Wrath of Yahweh says, how much do you have to buy for free shipping?
It's $100. I'm going to break some bad news to you. That's actually going to be going up, guys. And so the clock is ticking. We had I want to say it was the beginning of October. The U.S. Postal Service raised rates on all of their products.
They did. It's brutal.
It is. It's awful.
So the one, really the order that we're talking about, if you want to buy 4 ounces of silver, you can get free shipping right now, right? And then you look at what our spread is on 4 ounces of silver and what our postage is, especially now. It just doesn't make sense. And so we gave it a month and we looked at the numbers. We are moving that up. The other change we're making, though, in complement to that, is we are doing away with our $99 minimum. Right now, we have a $99 order minimum. We're going to drop that minimum down to a penny, essentially, but it will require shipping. That number is going to be $4.99 for shipping up to $149. So I know it's not great news. We're honestly, this group works really hard, man. I have a hard time talking about the people that we have here without just feeling like I'm on fire, because I'm a big believer in this group that we have here. We have some awesome people. But I think other places, kind of the standards become that $199. There's a few places that still do $99. We're going to kind of split the difference, say $149, and that under $149, it's not going to be $8.99 or $9.99 like you see other places. We're going to keep it as cheap as we possibly can, and we're going $4.99 there.
That's awesome. And just another reason why you guys need to check out Hero Bullion. Here's a question, and I'm actually curious what your answer is. What's your preferred gold under $600?
Preferred gold under $600.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're talking quarter ounce probably.
Yep. Right away, what comes to my mind is the quarter ounce 2022 Gold Britannia. I love that product. We've been selling a bunch of them. It's in terms of like premium for quarter ounces, you have the Silver Eagle on the high end, then you have the Maple next, and you have the Phil and the Britannia, kind of all in the same group for quarter ounces. What you get with the quarter ounce Gold Britannia is all of their anti-counterfeit technology that they've implemented in the coin for not an extra premium. It's essentially the same premium as, let's say, like a Gold Philharmonic. The art's cool. It's like it's an engaging coin, so I'm a big fan of the quarter ounce. We do have a bunch of the 2021 gold sovereigns coming from the British Royal. Those are going to be here shortly, and it's probably going to be a one and done deal. We're going to get one stock, one batch of them, and when they're gone, we're not going to see them again. But that's going to be a good option. It's a little.
Will you communicate that out to all those that have signed up for your newsletter and stuff? Will you email?
Yeah. Cool. I mean, we try. I don't send out as many emails as I would.
That's when you want. Yeah.
We're just honestly we're very busy here. We work really hard. This group, our commitment first and foremost is if you've placed an order with us, our commitment is to get that order out the door to you as soon as possible.
So fast.
We talked about before with pre-sales. We just had our Germania kilos come in 6 days earlier than they were supposed to, and we just had our Noah's Arks. We got a tracking number and everything. We were pre-selling our Noah's Arks, and then they got hung up. And so our Noah's Arks got delayed 2 weeks. And so that for me is kind of a stressful thing to go through because, my goal is to get the silver to you as fast as humanly possible. And we're doing a really good job of that. The pre-sale stuff is some of that's just out of our control. Customs have been rough.
So this is your stream, buddy. So if you want to ask Ray Bar's question, go ahead. I'm not. I'm not touching it.
I think we already know. Ray Bar is trying to poke the bear here. He says, "Does Hero Bullion mandate the vaccine?" It's a silly question.
Yeah,
we know you guys. Yeah,
absolutely not.
There you go.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right,
guys.
Silver Oceans though has one. I think we've asked this before of you, Jake. Do you have your own brand of bullion?
Oh yeah, when's the Hero Bullion Browns coming out?
Oh,
when are they coming?
We got another delay on that.
So I do have a couple different series in mind. If you guys don't know, it was myself and I was more helping and helping with concept and then our former creative director at Provident. We were the two that came up with Zombux. It was a really organic. He's an awesome guy. I love working with him. I love coming up with these series. It's hard to replicate what we did with Zombux. That was awesome. It was so much fun. I can't believe the amount or just how well it was received. So and there are a lot of customs out there. We're working on stuff right now. All of these mints, I think we talked about it before, but all of these mints have basically zero interest in making anything other than just Buffalo rounds because they're so far behind. They just want to get minted silver out the door. They don't want to stop and carve some dies for me. But we do have a relationship budding here with a smaller mint that is they're hungry guys. They're just as busy as everyone else, but they want to try some new stuff. And they're guys that I've worked with before in the past. So we do have some things in the works. We're going to be coming out with a series that I can't disclose yet because I don't want to.
Are you for real? You guys are doing a series?
Yeah, we're going to do a couple different series.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to do a couple different series. They're I'm really excited about them. One of them is it's epic in how crazy it's going to be.
No hint? Nothing even close?
I just want to say this real quick. Jake. Okay, well, let him go.
We'll wait until he gets
Let him go.
So I'll just say that I've been reading this book pretty extensively.
Sick. So it's going to be like Viking or something. Jake, you teased me with the 5 ounce World of Dragons back at. You were like, "Oh, maybe we should do 5 ounce." Never happened, so I'm still a little bit bitter about
Yeah,
that.
that wasn't my fault, man. Come on. And I will say that I love Golden Statement is the one that did the World of Dragons series,
Right.
at least initially. I love working with those guys, partly because they could do things in different formats. They could do a 1 ounce, they could do a 2 ounce, they could do a 5 ounce in a round. They do bars. They run the gamut. And besides that, they're great guys to deal with. So I love Golden Statement. I just don't know if they're going to have time for us to do this exclusive series. But yeah, I mean, we're working on it. We already have the kind of the financing side of it in place. It's when you do these exclusive series, we can't just make a few hundred. Like, we have to commit to a big chunk to cover the development costs, both with the artists and the actual cutting of the dies. When you cut dies, the hardened steel that actually makes the silver, you don't cut just one set, because what happens if you get a die crack in one of your dies, you're gonna tell the mint that they have to shut down. So you have to pay and provide for multiple sets of dies, so that you're not asking too much for them. Hey guys, we'll pay for one set of dies. They get 10% into your run. A die breaks, and they have to stop everything. They don't want to do that. So you need to provide them a little bit of insurance, like, hey, we're going to keep your machinery running on this run. So it can get very expensive. The technology has come around to make it a lot less expensive than it was, 8 to 10 years ago. But yeah, I'm excited about it. And we hear about all these kind of interesting things that are coming out. So there's some really cool stuff coming out of Europe that we're going to be, kind of in well, I don't want to say involved in, but we're going to be some of the people really pushing those products out. So I'm excited. It's a great time to be a stacker, guys.
Absolutely. There was one question that came in a few times, so I just want to make sure we ask it. Jake, do you know anything about the history of the Knights of Hospitaller? I don't know what that is. Also, when's the premium of Zombucks going down? I want to buy them all.
Well, I mean, when we were issuing the Zombucks at Provident, part of my belief in the series is I bought all the Zombucks. I bought as much as I could of all the Zombucks. I think the very first one that came out was the Walker, and I bought a monster box of those. And I've just sat on them for years and years. And if you look on the Hero Bullion inventory, you can see how many we have left. Out of that monster box that I started with, I think I have, I sold a couple here to a dealer here and there. And I think I ended up with about 800 Zombucks Walkers. Wow. And I think we have less than 300 left right now. So they're going away slowly. I mean, it's a cool design. It's a great series. It would be hard to replicate, right? Like,
I do personally have the whole Zombucks and the whole World of Dragons, so I approve.
Oh, of course. Yes,
what's your
hey
favorite?
Guys, we're 10 minutes.
Favorite of World of Dragons? Come on, really?
Yeah. What is it?
Dude, okay, so when it comes to World of Dragons, there's a few that are just like the Indian. Okay,
hang in there, guys, in the chat. We're going to be doing a phenomenal giveaway soon.
It's the Welsh.
Go ahead.
The Welsh.
It's the Welsh.
It's so sick, dude. It's just
actually that's
regal.
Actually, I have that one too. So yes, okay. I agree.
All right. Any other questions we got in here before the giveaway? We got 265 people in the house.
265, smash the like, guys. And a lot of people asking, are you going to come out with some sort of a NASCAR round that might say, let's go, Brandon? No. Yeah. All right. Hey, on a serious note, though, is this still the bullion, at least the sovereign bullion of choice, you think, going forward?
Maples?
Still?
Yeah. I think no doubt. And the reason I say is because Silver Eagle premiums are so high right now. You see we talk about parity and disparity. There's disparity in the price between the Silver Eagle and the Silver Maple right now. There's quite a big gap. And so when you talk about relative value in the market, Maples, I'm telling you, it's a great product.
So let's have people type in the chat, say hi if you want to enter the giveaway. We're going to be doing the giveaway here just around the corner.
Yeah, and Jake, I have to ask you to be planning next month when I have you on my channel and Christmas is coming and we're all in the festive mood, that maybe possibly could you come up with maybe a promo code or a special just for those that are watching the live stream, and think about it.
All right. The wheels are turning. We'll figure something out.
They've got a lot of stuff in the works, but hey, seriously, if you guys haven't checked out Hero Bullion before, definitely check them out. Really, really good pricing, fast shipping. They're definitely one of our favorites. And thank Hero Bullion for this giveaway, because they're giving away a very expensive coin here.
This is really nice. I love this one.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
I'm still trying to figure out how to put it up on the screen, but
I could probably, if you want to switch over to the whole wheel of names.
Yeah, let's switch over to the wheel of names, and then you can pull it up.
I will show
Yankee's
it.
going to show it, guys. I'm going to pin him up front. We're going to, and if you didn't realize what we're doing, you need to type hello or hi into the chat, or say what's up. It doesn't matter what you say. Just say anything in the chat to enter the giveaway. It's your only way to enter.
It's the only way.
So the what we're giving away, until we get the picture up, we're giving away the 2021 Germanian Knights of Malta round. This is the first in a planned series, okay? Mintage of just 15,000. I think this series is going to be successful from a collector side, and so I would expect the value of the Knights of Malta to appreciate. There you go.
Germania's got it. Let me pin you up here, Yankee. There we go.
All right, so you get to see it. Isn't that, oh man,
dude?
Yeah, if you scroll down on the images, it comes in like a nice stand. Do those images scroll?
I want to know what people think. This is the obverse. This is the reverse. I'm loving that reverse,
sick,
dude.
But dude, those
Knights. Wow, that's lit.
It's like a shield, man. You know, it does come in a stand. If you go to
let's do this.
All right. Okay, now we're talking.
Oh, it's time to salivate.
Yankee, last time you get a present, all right?
All right. I'm done.
I'm just kidding. No, it's a very cool. That's cool. Is that just the COA below that then? Does it not show the stand on that? Okay,
yeah,
that's just the
stand. We have a picture of the stand on our website.
Okay.
So
next time I went right to the Germanian Mint, but I'll show you. I'm sorry I didn't have your site ready to go on that.
So let's go ahead and pull up the wheel, shall we?
All right, let's do the wheel, guys. If I'm assuming everybody's put something in there because I'm grabbing their names.
They want to win. I want to win. I'm gonna need to buy some of these. Honestly, Jake, I need to get some of these from you. Like after the show, I'm not joking.
Oh, I gotta change.
Well, I have a lot of them.
Well, some of those are going to be needing to come to this dragon, because first in the series, I'm not going to try and predict, but
what was your point of feedback? It's missing something. You said that the
dragon
is missing something.
It needs a dragon flying over the castle.
Wow!
I'm
surprised by that. I'm so surprised by that.
We've got the names in there. I'm shuffling them up, and here comes the spin, guys.
Spin it, baby.
Good luck, everybody. Oh, I'm getting dizzy.
Oh, hopefully it's not silver dragons, because then I'll have to.
Oh man, it better not be Yankee Stacking. That's all I can say.
We're typing in the chat. I remember seeing you in the chat at one point.
Oh, don't even. I think I'm safe. Oh, SoCal Craigster. Alan.
You think Alan?
I don't think he's going to hold on to it.
Might be Joe.
Nope.
Oh,
that's so close.
You were so close, Alan. Joe is going to win it.
But it's Joe.
All right.
Now, we got to really stress this, okay? You have to email Silver Dragons.
Email me.
Last time, the person didn't email me that one.
Oh, my goodness.
Can you believe that? So, Joe, don't mess this up. Send your mailing address to Silver Dragons.
Yeah, I just put my email in there, silverdragons47@gmail.com. Cool. Email me. We'll get you a free sticker as well. And Alan popped up in the chat. He said, robbed or something. I forget what he said, but I saw him in there.
I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised by that.
Oh, that is awesome. Congratulations. And seriously, happy Veterans Day. Thank you all the veterans for their service. We really appreciate you guys. Anything you want to say, Yankee or Jake, before we shut it down here?
I do want to thank Jake for being on our live stream like this. It's been so much fun, and you are just fantastic. So open. I appreciate it, man.
Hey guys, I'm in a bandwagon here with SD on the veterans. You know, I was thinking about my grandpa all day. He was in the Army. He was a corporal. One of the least the least loved positions in the Army. I do a little bit of genealogy, and so I have this connection with my grandfather, and I love him dearly, and I'm just I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the example he set for us, and for the freedom that we benefit from.
Amen. We're all grateful. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks again, Jake, for coming on. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next time on Silver Pros.
Stack like a pro.
Good night, guys.